Yes. So this is what happens. Now, then look the other as just as fair had warned them really about the same. I am reading it as my part of thing so that I can give my explanation in the right way. Okay. Here, in the line 6 through 8 in the second stanza, the individual or whoever is standing there makes a decision and chooses a road he thinks he believes is better. Gut feeling, right? I get very enthusiastic when I get into these type of explanations. I love it. It's all about life. It's all about the truth. Because it looked like not many people had walked on it before. However, in the lines 9 and 10 you will see, he is quick to add that the other road looks equally used in comparison to the one I chose. So, it really wasn't a less travelled as he was telling himself. Both are travelled. But we always contradict in our mind. You know, we are going to a shop, I go to a shop. It's raining. There are two roads back to my home. First one, I put my leg into the hole, the water, my slipper gets wet. So when I'm coming back, I decide I'm not going to come from here, I'll go through a second road. This was a small hole. But when I come back, I get to the second hole. Again, I turn back. And I think, now which road should I take to reach home? Both people are coming and going. We go into a shop, we go to buy we decide we want to go and buy a t-shirt. Then my mind goes, which one should I take? Which one should I take? This one or that one? Then I buy and I keep on asking everyone, is this t-shirt good? Is this t-shirt good? You are saying good because it is not right. We don't try when we get the opportunities. We always have two brains. I've always told you. The mind and the heart has to be together. If it's together, you will cross any damn bridge. But if it's not, you will get stuck in between the bridge or you will fall into the river. Decision making in life, choices are very important. It's a priority in life. In this part, actually, this second part is important because it clarifies the common misunderstanding that one road was less travelled and the other, since that person is clearly states that both roads were really about the same. A friction in that mind. It shows the uncertainty of the character of that person as he tries to justify himself that his decision is right one for him. And much like anybody else, he is clearly trying to realistically weigh the outcomes of both the roads. He is trying to judge the end part of it by reading the first page. Don't judge the book by cover, by reading the cover of it, right? Don't judge the book by its cover. He is judging the front part of it. He is trying to think what is going to come and the outcome of both the roads. Now, two roads are inside his mind. The important idea of this line is that the character claimed that the road he chose was better because it wanted wear, meaning that it was tempting him. He felt that the road he chose wanted to be walked by him. See, this is what shows the people in general, nature of people in general, that we always choose the path which seems attractive and is of interest to us. Even if both paths have equal potential on getting us whatever or to wherever we are headed, no matter what or where we end up and how informed or tempting and satisfying our choices were, we will always wonder that what if, and that could have been of the other opportunities that we left behind. We always have that essence inside our mind, right? What happened? Why did I leave that part? Why don't I hit back on it? What happens if I don't do it? Right? And now in the part 3 he says that part 3. Oh, part 3 is, one sec, where did I write my lines? And both the morning lay equally, and both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. And you'll see in line 11 and 12, this person is making a decision. Both paths were nearly identical. No one had stepped through the disturbed the leaves on both the roads. Line 13 again you see is an important point. The road in this poem, road not taken, as this is when the individual or that person finally finalizes his decision on leaving the other road or perhaps another time. In the later lines we see the glimpse of his doubts as he honestly confesses to himself that it's highly unlikely he will come back to travel this other road. Because he knows as he moves forward he will continue to find other paths taking him further and further away from this point where he is standing at the moment. He's truly being honest with himself as he makes this crucial decision of which road to take. Honesty is a reality check as well as means of making a final decision, right? A reality check. Okay, final, come on, this is done, this is ready, I'm going to do it. Okay guys, load your guns. When I was in the forces, load your guns, target is coming, finish it. No more looking back, no more thinking twice. Reality check is done, now you do it. Decision is done, you pull the trigger. Dead, alive, we don't care. Order is an order. The decision on my brain. I'm killing someone. I'm killing a terrorist. I'm shooting down a terrorist, but that person is a human being. I don't care. But that's my reality check. That's my decision. That's my honesty. My integrity. After I killing him, damn it, I shot someone. He notices that both the choices lay equally in front of him, and none of these choices have been trodden black. No one has disturbed it. Sometimes in life when we reach a fork, fork type of road, we are able to make quick decisions based on what we learned from other people's experiences. These experiences then leaves a marks or leaves the impression or the brains in the choices that we have. These marks then form our bias towards or against that path. When we encounter choices in our lives where find that leaves are not trodden black, by what we learn from the people around us, it becomes harder to make decisions between them. Just like the situation of the character in this poem. After making his decision, people say that road was not a problem, that's not black, don't worry. It's not trodden black. After making his decision, he exclaims that he will leave the first choice for another day. And then he honestly tells himself also that if he lets this road go now, there is no coming back. There are many defining decisions in personal life that shape their futures, and sometimes when we select an option in these moments, they change the course of our life and there is no turning back. That is where the regret of not exploring our other options disturb us. Why didn't I try that? You know that when I go out on this journey, something to other will add, I'll go away. I'll not be able to come back to this point anymore. Once a bullet is shot, it goes. Now where it will hit, where it will reach, no one knows. But it will go. It will not come back. It might not go and hit the target. It might hit a tree and go divert this side, might hit a rod or some divert that side. Once it goes, you don't know. There is no coming back. Like, that's why we should not speak badly to anyone. What our words once come out from our mouth, we cannot pull it back inside. Right? So we'll do this in the next class. I'll finish it so that you get the exact explanation of this poem. Right? So, see you in the next class. Take care, be good, and stay safe, enjoy life, and have fun. God bless and respect your parents.